Good morning, everyone. Today, we are going to present a topic on creation and systematic use of e-resource in teaching learning process. My name is Krishnakant Roy. I teach economics and econometrics at School of Economics, and my colleague Shilpi Singh, who teaches mathematics at Symbiosis School of Economics. So our presentation is divided into three broad areas. First is the basic information about e-resources, like the definition, meaning, and second is related to use of e-resources, and third we'll focus on creation of e-resources. So let's start with the first area, that is understanding what is the meaning of e-resource. E-resource, which is also called as electronic resource, is nothing but information, usually a file which can be stored in the form of electrical signal usually, but not necessarily on a computer. Now there are different types of e-resources. We can broadly classify those e-resources are like e-books, e-journals, databases, other internet resources. When we talk about other internet resources, those are like e-papers, e-magazines, e-images, videos, etc. And of course, e-resources created by us, that is, we call it self-created e-resources. That is our major focus. We also explain e-resource in terms of life cycle. So there's a life cycle of every e-resource, which starts with either acquire or create e-resource, then access, administrator and support, and assessment. So these are, broadly speaking, these are 4 to 5 different areas of e-resources where it can be classified. Of course, there are merits and demerits of e-resources. Those are, first, if you talk about merits, it is low cost compared to prints. It saves time. It is very interactive. It saves physical storage space. It is eco-friendly, and at same point, many people can access. We call it multi-access. It also has demerits, like it always requires power, high cost in terms of technological infrastructure, hardware software compatibility issues, copyright violation problem, and there are other technological barriers. Now we are going to explain the examples of incorporating e-resources in teaching learning, which I said the second area where we are going to explain the use of e-resources. Now to start with, first ebooks. What exactly in our teaching learning process, what we both use, those are some of the examples. So you can see that I've shared a PDF of ebook, that is Gujarati, the basic econometrics, in the platform Google Classroom. Then we have different slides or presentations that is shared in another learning management portal, that is Curiosity. Then we have lecture notes. So we make lecture notes and we create PDF and share in Google Classroom. Then we have online databases. One of the example, you can see that I've given a task to my students that they have to find a practical data from any open databases like World Bank, RBI, MOSPI, etc. And then they have to calculate the value of beta 1, beta 2, which is intercept and slope. Then we have the major point of focus, that is creation of e-resources. So this we are going to explain in details. There are different steps how you create an e-resource. First, you decide a topic. Once you decide a topic, then you create content. So content is basically related to scripts. And then you move on to that what kind of file you want to create, whether it's audio, it's video, or it's just a slide. So there a lot of things comes into picture. If you decide to prepare a slide, let's say for example, so there are many things, many guidelines, many ways you can make a PPT. So set of guidelines, or you can see that set of rules you should always follow while creating a presentation. For example, this presentation, if you see the headlines have similar font, the background not too attractive, the in between fonts are similar, the color combination. So there are a lot of aspects once you create a PDF. Similarly, it is applicable for video and audio files. So it's altogether a different area where there are a lot of content available on how to create these files. Of course, post that you need to share those files by giving sharing permissions, copyrights like Creative Commons. If you want to upload something, whether you want to make it Creative Commons or you want to give the license to YouTube, etc. Then what exactly is the mode of sharing? How you are sharing, whether you are sending an email or you are using a learning management system like Moodle, etc. That is the very basic idea about creation of e-resources. Now, what we are focusing on self-created videos. So how to create videos, short videos, which can help in our teaching learning process. So this is just demonstration of our channels, which is YouTube channel of my colleague Shilpi and myself, Krishna Kant. You can see two sample videos where we have very short 9 to 10 minutes, in between 10 minutes videos, where we explain any particular topic very quickly and in a very simple manner. And this can be used for out of classroom activity. Now, once we have out of classroom activity, then we can actually use these videos for flipped classroom techniques or blended learning, what we call. So in this area, once we talk, we also motivate our students to contribute to eWorld, that is electronic world, by making their own videos. So we have recently given an assignment and we made different groups and we said that you have to create videos, and we have given certain guidelines and rubrics, etc. This is the sample of that thing. Similarly, Shilpi also has given students the assignment. You can see that e-resource creation activity. And once we have, the idea is very simple. Once we have all or many types of videos, we will find out some good videos, and those will be used or reused for next batch or the students who are slow learners. So, and the broader idea is to create a repository system within the university. The bigger question, of course, we are moving to a very technological or electronic world, but whether or what is the impact of use of e-resources in teaching learning process? This is the area we can do more research. Of course, there are research available, people are doing, but yes, we need to know how much impact we are going to make out of this entire e-resource, use of e-resource. And these are some of the references which we refer to while making the PPT. So all we can say that in 21st century, where technology is changing very rapidly, teachers play a very important role to shape the world. And as a teacher, or rather I should call it as an instructor, we should always think that there are a lot of things we can learn, because in the words of Dr. Sarvapalli Radhakrishnan, when we think we know, we cease to learn. Wish you all a very happy Teachers' Day.